Green interwebs, this is JackitK, and welcome back for more Battle Spot. Last time in our endeavors, we won one, we lost one, but honestly I'm not even sure if I deserved the win in the first one. But this time, since we're pretty much back down to even, if not a little lower, I can hope that we actually do better than the last round. That I actually get a chance to pull off my team the way I wanted to be, and I don't make any last minute panic decisions. Biggest reason for my loss was just because I panicked and running out of time and didn't think of what Pokemon I actually needed to bring. Because if I didn't bring that Katana and brought something else, I think the freeze hacks would still screw me over. But it's nice to think that I'm gonna do something from here on out to improve things. So forgive me for not talking during the team selection, but I feel like that's the only way to avoid any more stupid mistakes before the battle even starts. While we're continuing to wait though, how are things going with you guys? I feel a little disappointed because as I'm recording this, there's no way I'm going to be able to do my goal of getting recordings back before March and all. So I think I'm going to just delay the weekly uploads the first couple weeks of March, because by then I'll have the battle competitions edited, especially the way I'm just directly recording them. In hindsight, I wonder if I should be not directly recording them, but this will get quick uploads up. Maybe even if the quality is not the greatest, doing it this frequently will allow me to get weekly uploads to the channel at the very least. Everything else I can work out in the upcoming months. Yep, of course I didn't find the trainer. I'll be in. If I can remember, I will be assured to cut this out and not make you guys sit for all that again. Alright. Now, as I promised, let me just get focused on team building. Alright, so I decided to bring both my walls because they had decent coverage on the team, and I get the feeling that I do better when I have a little base to back up on. Of course. This has just been the round of all the fails. I don't really got anything good for Porygon 2, do I? Especially since I got my Umbreon to outwhittle it, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna go on a limb and hope that this actually works out. Apologies for any audio hiccups you might notice throughout the series. I have everything set up the way it should be. Yet it definitely sounds like that there's a loose cable somewhere. I will fiddle around with that and try and improve it as videos go onwards. For now, I just gotta cross my fingers that it's not as noticeable as I think it is. Okay, so no guard jump off the bat. Unfortunately, I either have to sack off my Umbreon. Oh yes, I have competitiveness. Unfortunately, I don't wish I had a super effective move to make use of it, but I gotta leave my McNullic in now. Originally I was thinking to switch it out in case he breaks the Garchomp later. But I gotta take care of that boost while I have it. I'll just have to go around with things. Go for confusion. And see if I can safely swap in my Raichu. That might just be my best bet. Yeah, because I am not bringing my Flareon in while that Gyarados is out on the field. That's just asking for a disaster. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have confused the Gyarados. That he's gonna swap out. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that play was for. I don't think it really helps, besides just assure I don't take a good chunk of damage. But this is going to be annoying to deal with. That Porygon is going to be really bulky already, and that Aurora Veil only worsens things, and it probably has Recover, and I don't know if I have a strong enough move to really take out the Porygon before I can just heal the damage away. I think I might have a shot with that competitive boost, though. I think I'm... With Ninetales confused, I think I'm gonna... What is my stronger option? I got 90 and 90 with a chance of lowering special defense. I think I'm gonna go for Psychic. Maybe my opponent will switch out the Ninetales just to get rid of the confusion. I know confusion's been nerfed this generation, but the thought is what counts. Okay, let's see how much this does. Practically nothing. Well, at least the confused ray is doing its job. Let's see how much Skull does. If I can get a burn off, I'll be satisfied. Oh my god, and this is a toxic wall Porygon, I'm gonna have to switch my Metallic out here, because if I let it go down to... I shouldn't have even let it got poisoned. I forgot that Porygons of the bulky set like the poison things, but that's pretty much a given rule with anything. Alright. As much of a risk as it is, well, you know what? I'm gonna bring in Flareon. If it wasn't for that Ninetales, I would bring Umbreon here and just Toxic it back. And you know, I am tempted to Volt Switch, but he's probably gonna go for Recover this turn. So I'm just gonna keep the pressure on it. And keep the pressure on the Porygon too. And with Flareon out here, I can just, I would say Flare Blitz to the death, but I don't even know if I want to do that. It's way too early on. And I guess I'm just hoping that it's more especially bulky, so I can just ram the Porygon with my physical moves. Because otherwise, I don't see this going anywhere. Yeah, as much as I don't want to do it, I gotta go all out or nothing on this Porygon. Let's see, he revealed the Porygon. 3 Pokemon and none of them are Garchomp is my point. Do I burn it right away or do I just... I'm just gonna go all out. Take out this Porygon. And hope the Garchomp is in the bag. I might still be able to do this even if she does have the Garchomp. Because Ice Beam will too hit KO a Garchomp. I just remember really getting bodied by a Flurry. I didn't upload that yet, but I really got bodied by a Talonflame Garchomp combo. And Isaiah MC on my Metallic was my answer to that. Let's see how much this does. Man, if I only had a 3DS capture device on the new 3DS, I'm sure this would look a lot more amazing. Plus, epic slow down. Half. That did half. I mean, it paralyzed it, but I almost would have rather had it burn. This Ninetales is getting really unlucky. Okay, can I take out the Porygon 2 with my Flare Blitz? No. I just gotta hope that it doesn't recover. Which it did. My god, I put everything I got, and I don't know how I'm gonna get by this Porygon. I have to bring Umbreon in here and poison it. Which I can't because I paralyzed it. Lessons learned. We are learning all the lessons today. You know, that Ninetales has been sticking around for too long. I can at least get rid of that. I think I'll just... Do I want to Volt Switch? No. I guess I'll just keep the pressure on Porygon 2. Maybe it'll eventually get unlucky with the Paralyze. Maybe run out of recovers. All I can think of is that I gotta keep the pressure on the Porygon. Otherwise it's just gonna completely annihilate me. And wow, that did a lot of damage. I was really lucky with how Confusion was working, because otherwise I would have lost this battle by now. I will admit when the hacks work in my favor. Alright. Still not quite sure what I'm gonna do with the Porygon. But I ran out the Hail, which can only work in my favor. Alright. I mean, if she's got the Garchomp, she's gonna send it out now. So, moment of truth. It's the Marowak. I haven't been this happy to see a Marowak in a long time. Unfortunately, I still gotta worry about that Porygon too. So, we're not out of the woods yet. What I can do is I can Volt Switch into my Umbreon. See how it goes from there. I might, this is gonna suck, but I might just have to outlive the timer because I still am not quite sure how I'm gonna take out this Porygon. I have Taunt on the Umbreon. I'm a moron. I should have thought of that sooner. Okay, I'm just gonna protect just to get as much leftover healing as I can. Oh shoot, yeah, these guys tend to do Lightning Rod. I think I might have just screwed the battle. Forgetting about that. See, I forget Lightning Rod's a common thing to run on a Marowak because I keep thinking that Reckless or Rocky Head is a better ability because that way you can just heal off any damage. Oh, shoot, timer, that's right. Alright. I can outstall I can outstall this team if I have to. Alright, so I'm just gonna switch right into my Alec. So I can reset that toxic timer if needed. And do I want to taunt it right away, or do I want to get rid of the Marowak first? Well, until I can think of something better, I'm just gonna poison the Marowak. So it'll eventually have to go down. Because I need every turn of taunt that I can. And I'd rather wait until I got the most force I can possibly get out of my Pokemon to do so. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say, and I keep realizing better things I could be doing. I know I just don't have confidence in Umbreon's ability to attack. That was such a crit! I guess it makes up for my, Wow, I definitely played well. I mean, I could have taken advantage of the being toxic to boost my Flareon's attack to finish this thing off. I'm not gonna get a chance to heal before I get taken out though, am I? I might, if and only the Porygon doesn't attack. And you know what? I kinda need to do that at this point. I will admit, a lot of this is gonna come to luck, the heart of the cards, whatever you want to call it, but I get the feeling I might be able to pull a win out of this, and that's what matters most right now. Because unfortunately, Parafusion is my biggest hope of winning right now. I mean, I could also taunt the Porygon. Oh wow, I'm actually outspeeding a Porygon 2 even without that Parafusion combo. Which sucks because I might have... Oh, that's right. Oh no, that was because it got a crit before, but I mean, ugh. Shoot, I realized I never taunted the Porygon 2. I really gotta hope that... I'm definitely relying on the hacks now. Because I lost my only way to keep that Porygon from spamming cover. So... basically what it comes down to is that I gotta hope that this Porygon foolishly toxics me, thinking that I am a Flare body set. Oh yeah, the Gyarados is still a thing. I mean, on the bright side, I'm gonna get that competitive boost, which I pretty much need to take out the Porygon. I completely forgot about that Gyarados. It is as good as over. I mean, I could try to do a decent amount of damage, and I could, if I could take out the Gyarados, I have a shot, but... Oh, do I? No, I wasted my Z move on the Porygon too. I knew I was against odds the moment that Porygon 2 came out, but I think there's no way we can pull one out of this. Unless, let's see how much this Earthquake does to Porygon 2. I should be using Recover, dang it. Alright. I mean, that was what I needed. But it might be too late, because I might not have the chance to recover properly before this Porygon 2 gets stalling me out. Alright, so... I need to recover. Do I go for Flare Blitz now or later? Dang it. I gotta go for it now. We're running out of time on the battle timer. I'm so sorry. I feel like part of it's my fault, but I mean, the Porygon 2 was kind of lolly as well. What I need is that Porygon 2 to Toxic me, get me poison, and then I'll have the ability. But I, myself, have made it as hard as possible for this Porygon 2 to even attack me, let alone... That Toxic's gonna be the enemy. Okay. This is my one shot to get rid of the Porygon 2. I'll have to worry about everything else later. And then the Gyarados falls out, and it's pretty much GG at this point. There goes my Flareon. There's no point in recovering now because the toxic damage is racking up so much. Can I at least get the pleasure of taking out the Porygon? No. Yeah. I'm not even gonna get the chance to decide whether to go out like a man or not. That toxic... Oh man, that Porygon 2 just completely owned me. But I will admit, if I was playing more smart, doing things like taunting the Porygon 2 when I had an opportunity, rather than overthinking things and trying to decide whether to wait till later or not to do it. There's a lot of things I could have done better in that match. But that Porygon 2 was a very formidable opponent. You know, even though I'm recording this as is, I'll just save it again just in case. Well, that battle ran a lot longer than I was expecting. So I'm gonna call it here and meet you guys for the next one, where we hopefully have more battles that don't make me dread everything. I'll see you all then though.